Today we're joined by Mrs. Luxe, the lovely Rachel, the big unveiling of who Mrs. Luxe is. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks, Jackie. How are you?
Yeah, good. So tell me a little bit about yourself and Mrs. Luxe.
A bit about myself and Mrs. Luxe. Well, she was born only a few months ago, so
Yeah.
I'm really proud of kind of where she's got to already. But myself as a person, Rachel, I've always been a little bit of a kind of creative butterfly, as my mother would say. I spent my earlier years being a ballerina. I ended up going overseas and progressing a lot further in that. But you know, in saying that, I've never let go of that creative sort of side of me. I was recently married and I started searching for, you know, what my style was in interior design. I kind of got into this Scandinavian sort of feel and vibe, and I came across these oversized chunky knitted blankets, and for months and months I searched and searched where I could find one, and they were just not easily accessible, and I figured, you know what, if I can't find it, no one else can.
Yeah.
So I figured, you know, I'll be that supplier. I'll find a way and I'll figure it out and I'll kind of make it work.
So when looking for these beautiful chunky knit throws for your home, had you had knitting experience before? Did you have to teach yourself? How were you inspired?
Well, I've always I've known how to knit, you know, during one of my father's escapades where we had to build a house. We ended up moving in with my grandparents, his parents, and while living there, me, my mum, my brother, my sister, we would sit and, you know, my grandmother would teach us how to knit, as well as my mum. So, you know, after she did all of our baby clothes, so the hardest part was definitely trying to source the products. You know, beautiful, absolutely incredible quality merino wool is really, really tough to come by. So I definitely had a stroke of luck there. The merino I use it's kind of like you'd see it's more in its organic form. So it's unspun, it's very raw. But that's how I like it.
Let the wool talk for itself.
Exactly, exactly right. And obviously being in such an organic form, it is pretty much untouched. You know, it's a little bit of treasure that we get straight from the sheep, which is beautiful.
So you don't just do blankets and beanies. What else does Mrs. Luxe offer?
I venture into, I've got some beautiful oversized cushions that I'm doing.
Lovely.
You know, beanies have taken off like crazy. I knitted one for myself just because it was getting a lot colder, and they've been selling like hotcakes, which is fantastic. So I'm getting into floor rugs, which I really want to do as well. I think that'll be really fantastic.
Perfect.
Lampshades I do. I've got my custom wall tapestries I do as well.
Yes,
so
I love those.
Yeah, they're a lot of hard work, a lot of time and effort goes into them, but again, there's nothing more amazing than seeing a unique wall piece, you know, that's hanging there that you can't buy from anywhere, you know. So it's I think there's something really special and unique about 100% handcrafted products.
So finally, what is your favourite piece?
I'm a little bit biased with this piece because I knitted it again for myself. I knitted myself a beanie, and it was my first mini beanie that I ever knitted. But I wear her nearly every day. You know, rain, hail or shine. I'm addicted to this beanie. It's very hard to choose though. You know, I've got an amazing, you know, merino coat that I knitted for myself as well, which I'm utterly obsessed with. But you know, my mini beanie kind of keeps me warm and safe, so she's my favourite.
I love it. Yeah. Well, it's fantastic to see you follow your creative dreams, give up that
having
corporate
me.
slog, and you know, congratulations. Now you're out there. This is Mrs. Luxe, the mysterious Mrs. Luxe. Go and buy her things.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.